Hello there. Welcome back to Osiris Studios. I'm Osiris, as you may know. If you don't know, welcome. Today we're starting a brand new series on the channel, Osiris Studios Theme Park in Planet Coaster. Now, I personally love Planet Coaster. I've had it since the alpha release. I got the early bird special, you know. And I've been playing it ever since it came out. So I decided my skills aren't the best, to be honest, but that's on me, and that's my business, and that's why we're here today, so I can improve my skills, and just generally get something on the channel, really. 'Cause I've been lacking, that's my fault. I have a personal standard for videos, and none of my recordings have lived up to that standard. So that's why you haven't been seeing a lot of stuff on the channel. I've been rambling for too long. Let's get into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this. So what I wanted to do with this series is I kind of wanted to create my own theme park that's based off of different ideas that I have. I don't want it to be the next Disneyland. I don't want it to be a Six Flags. I just want it to be my park with my ideas. Obviously, I'm going to follow that kind of like island idea of Island of Adventure at Universal, because that's just one of my favorite parks, and it's really what inspired the entrance and first land theming. I would say like the Main Street type theming of it being kind of like this adventure, like whimsical. It's been here for 1,000 years, been here for hundreds of years. Aesthetic that I like to go for, especially when I get commissions done. I just love doing like kind of adventure theming. One of my favorite rides actually is Jungle Cruise at Walt Disney World because of that adventure theme. I love the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which is Disney's like theme park universe per se, and it like spans across a whole bunch of rides and restaurants and stores and lands. It has its own theme park basically. But my two biggest inspirations for this park are Islands of Adventure and Tokyo Disney Sea. So what I'm doing here is I am creating the entrance per se, like from leaving the parking lot or the tram, which I'm not going to set up a whole tram for. I'm kind of just doing this building and calling it a day. This building, I feel, is a little bit basic. I may go over it again. I don't know yet. I'm trying different things here to see what would work. This is my first time doing something so elaborate when it comes to building a Planet Coaster. Usually, I'll do some things that are elaborate and other things I'm kind of just lazy on. I do have another theme park that I've been working on for about 2 years now called Duffy's Harbor, which is based off of Duffy the Disney Bear, and it really hasn't taken off in my opinion. And here I'm trying different windows. I'm trying to find different windows that would fit the idea of this like theming / aesthetic that I'm going for. I end up going with this window right here after I change a couple of the colors. Now I want things to fit. I want them to fit, but also, oh, we found this washed up on the shore type thing, because this is the Grand Station per se. I said it looks a little bit like the train station from Spirited Away, which once I thought about it, I was like, oh dang, it does. But I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with that top room. In this video, I don't touch that top room at all. Right here, I'm kind of just building a welcome sign, trying to figure out lighting. And I was really excited. I was really happy with my lighting in this video, mostly because it's something that I've really never done. I've never done these two-piece lightings. I'm like looking for things to put in. Oh my. I like those flower baskets. Those end up in most of my builds somehow. Those and a red pair of Converse. The red pair of Converse I don't put in this building, but it's going to end up somewhere on the like port of entry. So I know I've been doing a lot of videos recently, and I'm really sorry about that. That's on me. I've been kind of busy. I started a second job where I'm teaching now, and that's been taking a lot of my time. I honestly, a lot of the, like, I'll go to record, and then like my recordings aren't up to my personal standards, and I don't want to put out a half-assed video and be like, that works. Because that's never with me. I've never done anything half-assed when it comes to a performance, because this is me performing, this is me enjoying myself. I have a couple videos that I'm currently sitting on, and I'm so sorry for sitting on those. I just haven't gotten around to editing them. One of them being my Osiris unboxing, which I was so excited for, and after I finished the video, my computer crashed, and none of the audio saved. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for that video. It's going to have to be another voiceover like this, but I will eventually get it out for you. It was so exciting to get the full partial that I have now. The bodysuit's coming at a later date. She is currently working on other projects, and we're waiting on more fur because I am a giant and nobody expects me to be as tall as I am. I mean, it makes sense. I am quite tall and kind of scary. But like, once you meet me, I am an adorable person. So those pendant flags, I thought they are so beautiful, but they only come in that one color. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding a little bit of an Easter egg, per se. I was like, you know what, let's put a sword in the wood. Screw it. And it's the Grand Station's kind of taking up a theme finally, and it's making me happy. I worked very hard on this to make sure that it was up to my standard, and it was up to a standard that I could put out on YouTube, especially because some of my biggest inspirations when it comes to Planet Coaster are Aspyr Wolf and Silverette, and just a lot of those. Mostly Aspyr Wolf and Silverette, but like Lady Designer, I like her too. I feel like what really inspired the series was Alder the Eagle, with his RollerCoaster Tycoon series, because he's a friend of mine now, and I like to watch his live streams. So I was like, you know what, I can't do a live stream because I can't focus that well. I do have ADHD, so focusing takes a little bit for me. So I was like, let's just do a time-lapse series, multiple videos of me building this theme park. So I decided to add the pendant flags. I think I added the pendant flags. Yeah, I did. Kind of like start off the celebration, and try to make them look all weathered, which is kind of hard to do because they look so perfect. But I wanted them to look like they've been here for a while. Like everything was supposed to be here for a while. Like, you're not the first people to pass through this port. You're not going to be the last people. This port's magical and it will last forever. Was kind of the idea that I was going for. So that's why I was like, oh, let's add some cargo, let's add some trunks, let's add some crates. Like, this is when I finally like got an idea of what I wanted, and I started to dress up this area with whatever I could. But not like block the screen too much, because it's going to have a welcome sign eventually once I decide to get that created. And then here I am playing with the trunks. I was like, oh, I didn't know I could do all this with the trunks. And then I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do everything. Maybe shall we remove that box? I want to say. And I'm trying to make it look like it's being hung and frame it so it doesn't just look like a weird TV. Because it looks like a weird TV at first. And then I had to fix the ropes because the ropes were a little bit too high, and then oh yeah, I did move that box. I was like, did I move that box or not? I don't remember. I recorded this a couple days ago. And also the rope on the wall is also one of my other things that I always constantly add. I don't understand why I do it, but I do it, and I just like it. It's in most of my builds, mostly because I do a lot of like nautical themed builds and adventure themed builds. And I hate the camera work because the camera would get stuck in the roof or the floor, and I wouldn't be able to fix it properly. So then I would have to like zoom all the way out, and on this video, because it's sped up, it just gives me so many issues. Thinking about this building, I think I may have to redo it later on once I decide that it's not up to my par anymore. And the thing is, you should always be improving on your skills. That's always the thing. You should always be improving no matter what. Because if you stay stagnant, you're gonna get bored. I know I get bored a lot. I get bored easily. That's why I always have to keep doing things. So this little crate that I have, this thing is my baby, I would have to say. And then I was like, gonna add the book, because books are important. Make sure that you read, children. And here I am thinking about, what should I do on this top floor? The answer is, you don't. Nothing goes up on the top floor. That's why I was like, oh, I think I tried these windows. I don't know if those were the windows that I decided on. I think they were. And that's kind of like the first part of what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was like, what am I going to put up here? The answer is nothing yet. I just thought about paintbrushes because I love art. I love to draw. I love mostly I love performing arts more than I like fine arts, but fine arts is something I'm trying to get into now. I've been drawing a little bit when I'm bored, and I was like, screw it, we're just going to work on the bridge. This bridge, right here, is a pain in the butt. I will say that. Because it decided to... I couldn't figure out what I wanted for this bridge at first. I ended up finding it out, but this bridge was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. So I'm just going to let you watch this bridge section, and I'm going to be right back. And that bridge is off. Did I ever fix that? I don't know. No, I did not fix it. Oh god. Okay, so now I just realized something I have to fix in this video. I have to fix that bridge because it should be a little bit further out, but I decided, that looks good. So, here comes the rock work. Rock work is the death of me, I'm going to be honest. I hate rock work. Because it's tedious. So, I'm going to talk about my method of doing rock work like this. Is you start off with a couple big boulders to get a basic foundation, and then you start adding the smaller ones to add the details. Making sure that you're rotating, you're flipping, you're not adding two of the same rock near each other too many times. And then I was like, I forgot rock sizes. So. And then here, I was like, let's do some more rock work. Because you have to have it on both sides. And then like, I'm just going to say this rock work is not my strong suit at all. No matter how much I try, my rocks end up looking just a little bit basic. But I still make sure that I do something. Okay, then I have to scale back this. So here's me messing with terrain for a second. Baby rocks. The thing is, like, rock work is essential. No matter how much you don't think it is essential, especially when you're doing a park, like, and you're doing anything near the water. Kind of having that terrain go into the rocks is a big difference. Because it helps you out, it helps everything else out. The rock work is really important. Here I tried to add some foliage to make it look a little bit more weathered, and I ended up not going through anything. I was just trying things, but nothing really just caught my eye. I feel like I'm gonna have to go back to the bridge eventually, but that day is not today. Maybe like as in today recording the video maybe, but we'll see, because I have other things I want to work on, especially in this park. Like I want to start on the port of entry and finish up on the entrance, which that'll be next week's video. So here what I'm adding is I'm adding a little bit of a turtle ramp / a maintenance ramp, just so like if somebody needed to get down into the water that's authorized to do so, they would have the ramp to go up and down. And then because I didn't want it floating, here I am looking for the coaster supports. I'm kind of just working on those. And then I was like, what about the shields? The shields, because you can't change the colors, I hated them. I thought about doing the crest, and the gargoyles just didn't work for me. I would have figured something out for those. The bridge will have something done. So I was like, I'm done with the bridge for now. We're gonna start working on like foliage and just sprucing up this area so it doesn't look so barren. So I was adding different types of trees, different just shrubs, flowers, rocks. But my main thing to accomplish in this series is to build my skills and just create a really fun theme park. That's loosely based off of Islands of Adventure. So like, next video is just the entrance itself, which is going to be shorter. I'm going to put a lot into this video. I'm sorry, I just woke up. That's what I'm like. I just started recording. I was like, I woke up, let's record. But so next video is the entrance, and after that, we're going to start the port of entry. Port of entry is going to be probably a 2 to 3 parter, only because the entrance area is going to be really important to me. I started working on Osiris Studios in a different park when I was going to have a Back to the Future ride, which I may just port over here, but that Back to the Future ride is gigantic. And it's almost done. I just had to work on the queue. But I may put that in a separate video just to show y'all that. Yeah, I have that. And here we are working on the lighting and the nighttime stuff. And like I said, I was really proud of the lighting that I put inside because it's just so ambient. And so I decided to do light post. And I may add some details to these. But I feel like I probably will, mostly because I just love a nice light post. Because this is the one park that I'm like really like making sure that it looks beautiful at night. Because one of my things that I love is I love walking through theme parks at night, especially living in Central Florida. You have the chance to do that. So now we're gonna wrap up this video. I'm gonna make sure that you always stay kind to people, treat people how you want to be treated. If you are of age, don't forget to vote. Please vote. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you next week. Peace out.